Good morning, everybody. What is going on? Okay. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Wednesday. It's giving hump day, honey. So I hope everybody has been having a great day. Came to you guys this morning with a few topics. We are going to get into a few things. Let me know that you're in the building by going ahead and hitting that like button, hopping in the chat with me, and all of that. Okay. Got a few things I want us to go over. So we not gonna waste no time. We gonna hop right on into it, okay? So, first thing I want to talk about real quick. Y'all know Diary in the, I'm sorry, girl, I was gonna say Diary in the Black, but it's not giving that. I feel like a lot of people said they like Diary of a Black. I forgot what it's called, Diary of something. It was Tyler Perry. Anywho, Divorce in the Black is what we're talking about. So y'all know Divorce in the Black came out. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, including myself. It was not one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies. I actually have scaled back from Tyler Perry's content, in all honesty. So I don't know if I'm gonna go and watch the next project that he puts out. I feel like typically when he drops something, it don't really be nothing else on. So it's like, let me see what this working with, right? In addition, you see a lot of people giving their thoughts and stuff on social media. So that's another driving factor that would make one want to go and check out what Tyler Perry got going on or whatever. So I don't know. We're going to see how I'm feeling the next time, okay? Because I feel like he's let me down with some of his work. You know, I like the docuseries that came out, but some of his work has definitely let me down just a bit. So a lot of people have had things to say about Divorce in the Black. Some people felt like it was great. They understood it. They were able to follow it from beginning to end, unlike myself. They thought the actors did amazing, unlike myself. Okay, I think like Megan Good and Taylor Polidor did pretty good. Okay, I thought they did good. I think Corey was a bit overacting. I, for myself, have seen Corey in other projects, other stuff outside of like All American. I've seen him in other films, and a lot of people haven't. And maybe that's why they felt like he did a great job or whatever. To each his own, though, right? Well, anywho, a lot of people had a lot of things to say. There was a lot of critique. Even Lonnie Love came out. She called out Tyler Perry for not paying writers. We appreciate you for paying the actors all of this money that they wouldn't typically make. But what about the writers? Because the writers would have definitely helped make this story even that much more believable, I guess. Okay. The storyline would have just would have made the story better. But anywho, since then, Miss Keke Palmer was able to sit down with Tyler Perry from what it looks like, and she was able to get his thoughts on how he has felt about the critics and what they've had to say. Because as much as a lot of people was getting on to like people like myself that commentate and others just giving their opinions, you know, on social media, you know, there were quite a few people that were upset about it. But it's like, listen, you have people on Rotten Tomatoes that literally go and review content all the time. Movies, documentaries, this type of stuff. Like they go and they give you reviews all of the time. And when I checked, the last time I checked, the movie wasn't even over what I think it was whatever the half was. So if it was like 5 stars, it probably was at like maybe right under 3. If it was 10, it was right under 5. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't even get over the half of stars for this particular thing, and they rated it like 0%. Like they gave very bad reactions. So if their word are heavily relied on, then I mean, hey, I mean, even they saying it. Y'all mad at the people that's giving their everyday opinion, but what about the people that actually they do this for a living, where they review content? And what about how they feel? You know what I'm saying? Because they saying it's trash too. But okay. But anywho, he did get a chance to sit down with Miss Keke Palmer, honey. And with him sitting with her, he shared his thoughts. And I want to know what you guys think. I'll definitely tell you what it is that I think. So let's check this out.
Love that you've never allowed that criticism to stop you from being able to have your authentic voice as an artist, because it does get really difficult.
Yeah, but what? No. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? So that is what is important to me. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot
right.
get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend.
That's
So you've
right.
got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians that don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
Yes, and that is
Yeah.
what we come up against. It's like you
Yeah.
said, the respectability politics that we're always pushing up against, which at the end of the day, what we are facing and what we are oppressed again, it doesn't matter how well you speak, it doesn't matter how well you walk, it doesn't matter how well you do anything. If somebody's going to not like you, they're going to not like you, period.
Right.
So holding ourselves to these unbelievable standards that stop us from being able to tell our true stories and connect to one another, it only, like you said, puts us in a personal hell and doesn't allow us to really be all that we're meant to be because we're too busy trying to fit into somebody else's idea.
Listen, what I always say is don't worry about being in somebody's box because when you die, they're going to put you in one. So you may as well just live your life outside of a box.
Ooh. I love that you never allowed that criticism
All right,
to stop
y'all.
you from being able to have your authentic.
So I had to go ahead and like tap me a few little notes so I ain't interrupt this point right here. I'm like, okay, I got a few things I want to say. First of all, Kiki, baby, it's not about not liking Tyler. It's about his content. It's not that we don't like Tyler. We like Tyler. We've supported Tyler over the years. And I feel like a lot of the criticism that he's getting is because we expect more. I mean, you may have your faves and sometimes you may expect more from them. I feel like that's okay. Whether they're going to give it to you, girl, okay, is another thing. All right. We don't know what them folk got going on for real, okay? But I think there's nothing wrong with like wanting more or whatnot. I do agree with him about drowning out the noise. I do think when you get a lot of people and naysayers in your ear, it will definitely shift a lot for you. That's why a lot of people keep stuff close to the vest. They pretty much are private. They hold on to it until things have actually come into fruition for them. Then they may share it or whatever the case is. So I definitely agree with him on drowning out the noise and limiting who you share things with. I get that. It was interesting when he said he used to get emails about people saying that he changed their lives. And I'm like, you're correct. The key word would be used, okay? Used to, okay? That's what you used to get until over time we start seeing that there hasn't been a whole lot of growth. So you used to get those emails, but you're not getting them anymore. I think that's the focal point there as well. And not trying to really knock Tyler because I think he's grown to be very successful doing it his way. And I think that's awesome, But I just have to, clock a few things. Like that's what used to happen and that's not what's happening anymore. You changed their lives then. Those people are continuing to get older, but what about some of the younger folks? You know what I'm saying? They may look up to you, admire you, and just want to see you evolve. And honestly, when I think about the stories, there may have been some people that were complaining about, oh, he keeps telling these black women's story. I don't care about that for me because I feel like they regurgitate the same damn stories in different ways on multiple platforms. Whether it's a big studio, whether it's Tyler's studio, it does not matter. I feel like a lot of the stories are like regurgitated in different ways. But for him specifically, we were just saying we needed more development in the movie. That's all we were saying. Well, some people say, like myself, was like, okay, the actors could have did a better job. But like I also told you guys that it's really dependent upon the director because different directors can bring different things out with the different actors depending on what that scene and what that movie and all of that requires, right? But yeah, it really was heavy on the development. And I think that more writers, and we ain't saying getting a whole slew of them, but maybe you could have had maybe 2 more that could have, aside from yourself, that could have possibly assisted with pushing the storyline together and people not having to kind of like put the pieces together for themselves to figure out what this was about, okay, and how things, connect. All right. Queen Tori, he said used to. What else did he mention? Oh, when he talked about the highbrow Negro, who, I guess is uppity and lived a certain type of life or whatever, whereas you got people that's like him, this, that, and the other. I didn't like the positioning of that answer because I kind of felt like he was coming from a place of trying to make it seem like everybody that's giving you critique is up here with it. Either that or he was being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? But no, we everyday people. And some of those people are still living in situations of what you're putting on television. But I feel like he's focusing more on the critique of him doing the same movies, which is what some people were saying. But I want him to more so focus on just the development. The movies are always going to be like, it's just what it is. Okay. Lifetime be creating the same shit all the time. A lot of these movies do. Okay. It be the same shit over and over and over. Okay. You're with this person, this doctor, then you getting cheated on, and then this and that, then it's a fatal attraction, then they're trying to get, girl, it be the same shit over and over in different ways. So I just ask that at least make it as developed and as good as some of the other stories. That was that. And yeah. I think that was really it that I had to say, and he was saying something about don't discount those people's stories as if their stories shouldn't be told. And I'm like, they're going to be told anyway because that's just how they is. But that's for me. Everybody's different as they look at this. But for me, it's just, that's not what we was talking about. Okay. I've stopped watching Sisters too, y'all. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I stopped watching what I think maybe this year. Was it last year or this year? I'm trying to remember the last thing that I could even recall happened on the damn show. I know last time I checked, Karen didn't know who the hell the daddy was. And they still was trying to figure out what was in that envelope. And then they just swore that Danny knew what was in the envelope and who was the father and all of this and that. And the way she was acting made it seem like it wasn't Zach's. And then now I'm seeing stuff on social media where they're saying that she got twins and one of them is Zach's and one is the other guy's. And I'm like, I hate it. It's crazy that y'all cannot push Karen's storyline along and she has to always be tied to Zach when you have an audience that has fell in love with Zach and Fatima. Why the fuck does Karen have to continue to be in the picture? And it's like y'all don't listen to y'all audience, the people that has been supporting y'all and watching y'all content it's just like you're losing us. You're losing us. But see, also what I think people don't know, even it's crazy because we'll watch his show or we'll watch Sisters over the span of a year. And it's like, dang, we still in the same place. Because how he's shooting it makes it appear as though everything is happening over the course of a week or something like that. So to us, it's looking like, yo, it's been months. She should have had the baby. But he's writing, in my opinion, as like all of this happened this week and then this happened on this week and then this happened on that week. Like we're literally getting months at a time or something. Like it's just bad. And I'm not really here for it. Gary ass should have been gone. What happened to the ex-wife that got locked up, or the wife at the time? Did he even divorce her? Did he have 2 kids? Then when I did tune in at one point, we ended up seeing that, what's her name? Andy met some dude she was dating, I guess, but his sister was dating Gary and was pregnant by Gary's child. And I said, get the fuck, just have it, just take it. Y'all can just take it, baby. It's just not good. And then I saw somebody on Twitter saying that, they assisted in the writing for it and all of that. And I'm just like, so are you letting new people write? That, giving them, experience in the industry or something, which I'm not, I think that's great. Everybody needs some experience, like get them the experience. But it's okay to say, hey, this storyline don't make sense. And it's interesting if they did assist with writing that, because you let them help out and write with Sisters, but you ain't gonna let nobody help and write with the movies. Like, that's all we asking. We're not saying, at least I'm not saying Tyler Perry is just this horrible person. And his movies are all trash. I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying that there have been a few that's come out recently that I haven't necessarily liked. Now, the Jazzman Hands, I think that was the one he did with Netflix. I actually really liked that one. I thought that one was really good. I came to y'all and we talked about it. I thought it was a really good film. But I don't think I've liked one since then. Like the documentary, but then here we are. Okay. So let's just get that together and let's just work on, doing better with that. Okay. But, Sisters, y'all gonna have to tell me what's going on over there, because I don't really watch it no more. You know what I'm saying? He has the rookie writers. That's what you think is going on? Possibly. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. Now, let's go ahead and let us get into more, okay? Next up, I want to get into Sonya Massey. Real quick, y'all know Sonya Massey, for those that do not know, I believe she was 36 years old. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Whoa. That's very young. But she was 36 years old, and she ended up calling 911 because of a possible intruder in her home. Once the police arrived, she allowed them to enter her home. And while there, they were having, just like everything was relaxing. It was calm. Exchange of words, I think she gave them her last name. It was information they needed from her. As they're collecting this information, they realized that she had a boiling pot on the stove that was hot. So they mentioned that to her. She went to cut it off because they didn't want a fire to start. I thought that the officer with the body cam, when I came to y'all yesterday, I thought it was him that saying he was backing up. It wasn't. It was the officer that shot her. He was the one that was backing up. And I feel like he came there with the intent to unalive this woman, because you came there, you didn't have your body cam on. She went over there to cut the stove off, and you're backing up. And she's like, what you backing up for? Oh, I'm backing up because I don't want to get hit by your boiling water. So it's so crazy how officers, and especially this one, was going to create a situation. You were creating something. It was like you wanted her to get on the defense. So I feel like it didn't matter what she said. She could have said, oh, I'm just pouring it out. You could have been like, oh, why are you so loud? Why are you this? Why are you that? Why are you whoop de whoop de whoop? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like his intent, he definitely went there with a plan. She's pouring out the water. He's backing up. I don't want to get hit by your boiling water. She says, oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He was like, you what? Swear to God, I'll shoot you right now. What? Are you okay, sir? Are you okay? What the fuck? So she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Just something so simple. And then he picks up the gun. And I could have sworn she held up the pot. And I think she even said she was sorry. That didn't stop him from powering her. And I think there were a few shots that were fired. She hit the ground. The other officer said he wanted to go call for help or get some help or something. He was like, oh, that's done. She's done. It's a headshot. Or whatever. Like, just on something. And it's just crazy, girl. I can't. Like, try. It was so unnecessary. Didn't even have to happen. And you over there pressed about her saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That means you're operating with some demon energy. And she clocked you or something. Because that is just weird. So, there has been another video out. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. I am going to check her page again, because I feel like she may have had the clip. If not, I'll check another one. But there's another clip that's surfacing around where the officers, after the fact, okay, are standing around, and the officer that unalived her called this girl a crazy bitch. And then I think they asked, like, where's the gun or whatever. He was like, it wasn't a gun. She said she rebuked me in the name of Jesus, and then she came in and she came at me with hot boiling water in a pot. Do you hear yourself? Only for us to see the camera footage and see that it was a lie. And I'm wondering whether or not, even though we have the body cam, I'm wondering if the partner said something to the higher ups, like, hey, dog, like, that's not what happened. That's actually not what happened at all. I'm wondering. But anywho, so yeah, he's standing outside and he's talking to the officers or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I know, crazy bitch or something. And I'm like, what the hell? Now who crazy? Now who's crazy? Because you've been charged with murder, boo. Now who's crazy? And now you're locked behind bars, honey bun. No, you're not getting out, bitch. Now who's a bitch? Girl, I cannot. So her family is definitely, still trying to get justice for her. I feel like they're doing a good job by keeping him behind bars and right out the gate charging him, because he's been able to resign from different police forces due to, DUI or whatever it was. He's been able to resign and move on. You know what I'm saying? About his way, going to these other different news stations, not news, but police stations. Over the past 3 years, he's been able to shake and move. And I don't think that they should be able to shake and move like that in law enforcement. And then typically, most of the time, these officers that are out here unaliving these black people, have a history in their record that should have been looked at closely. At this point, how I'm feeling, this man should, all of his cases, anything that he has brought to the front and it may have involved somebody possibly dying, he needs to be investigated. Anybody that may have gotten arrested, you might need to check that out too. Look into that, because y'all probably going to end up being liable for that if any more family members come to the front and decide that they want to sue y'all. Okay, just crazy. But we're going to get into her son because Chronicle Speaks put up this video saying that her son speaks on how he learned about the passing of his mama. I haven't listened to this yet. I'm going to listen to it with you guys, and then I'm going to see if we can find that clip of the police, and then also we'll get into what some of the celebrities have had to say as well.
Me, well, I got a call from the hospital, actually. I never got a call from the police or whatever. But they told me that my mom, she had got shot in the eye, and it came out her neck.
Oh, Jesus.
And they didn't tell me who. They were just saying somebody. They never would tell me who. They just kept on saying someone shot her. They would never tell me who shot my mom, though. So, and I think I was the first person to find it out, too. I had to go tell my grandma myself. That's all I can say.
And you kept asking who?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell me at all. Well, they told me,
That
well, I
is
got a call
so
from the hospital,
terrible.
actually. I never got a call from the police or whatever. But they told me that my mom, she had got shot in the eye, and it came out her neck. And they didn't tell me who. They were just saying somebody. They never would tell me who. They just kept on saying someone shot her. They would never tell me who shot my mom, though. So, and I think I was the first person to find it out, too. I had to go tell my grandma myself. That's all I can say.
And you kept asking who?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell me at all.
That is so, oh my God. Okay, so it was Chronicle. So this is a video of Sean Grayson where he calls Sonya Massey a crazy BIT after he just killed her. But she's the crazy one though, right? It would be her, right?
Me.
I didn't know I had it.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
He's got tape.
Clown.
Me.
I didn't know I had it.
Now they're saying that all the other officers are just standing around, just looking. Child, I can't. I don't know why they standing around. I don't know if y'all know his kind or something like that. It's Illinois. Somebody asked what state is this? It's Illinois. I don't know if they standing around because y'all know his kind. Like, oh damn, he done did it now, or what the hell going on? I don't know. Or maybe y'all standing around because y'all like, wow, he really shot her over a pot of boiling water. Like, what's going on? I don't know. But he came there ready. I just feel like for me, it's too many signs. And I do feel like it was premeditated. He went there with a plan in my personal, because you went in there with the body cam off. I mean, the way he was standing over her, even because he said something to her, which was stupid, because I guess she was trying to remember some information. He was like, oh, you can't remember your last name. You can't tell us your last name while you something. I don't know. But that's why you got to have as much, it's hard, it's difficult. I would say as much self-control as you can. Because he really deserved to be cussed the fuck out. Like, first of all, you could scoot back and ask your question. I'm going to get you the information that you need. Why are you trying to antagonize someone? So you can't remember your last name? I'm trying to remember why the fuck you niggas need to be in my house at this very moment. Because you don't have to let them into your home. You know what I'm saying? But I understand she called him. She had to, she was thinking it was an intruder, whatever the situation was. But that man went there to do something, period. I felt like he was trying to antagonize her. Like, oh, you can't remember your last name? Then with the water being on, cut that off, and then backing up, exaggerate. You wasn't even near that damn water. Like, that water was going to splash on you. Like, really? Really? Girl, trying to antagonize the situation just so he can do exactly what it is he had planned on doing anyway. And all it took was for somebody to say they rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Wow. Baby, I hope you remember this moment for the rest of your life. And I pray to God that it haunts you for the rest of your life. Okay. Let's see if there's more here. Okay. Oh yeah, Tia Mowry came up and she had some things to say. I haven't watched this yet, so I'm gonna check this out real quick.
So, sorry. Oof. I know that this is a very unglamorous video, but I just saw the video of Sonia, and my heart goes out to her family. I am literally shaking right now because to see how someone's life can be taken in such a way is so terrible and so disgusting. When is this going to stop? I'm sorry. I saw many people talk about influencers and how people need to say something. And here I am. You all know how passionate I am about my community and my people. And to have a young black boy who is tall, who is black, and I guess what I'm saying is I worry. I worry. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to have another conversation with him about being careful. When is this going to stop? When is enough enough? Hi, you guys. So
that's a difficult video to watch and a difficult conversation to have with your sons and your daughters now, because it's like, I mean, they don't even, she makes me think of what I just said about, you know, having self-control of yourself and all this and that. But honestly, all this shit don't even really matter when somebody's coming there with an agenda and the plan is to kill. Like, it's so unfortunate because there's been so many people that have been doing absolutely nothing in a situation and the police have been able to unalive them. You know, and it sucks because it ain't no way around it. Yes, you can practice like just not giving a lot of pushback, not having much of a reaction. The goal is to come home and we can handle things later. But it's not even just happening when they pull you over. It's happening when they come to your home, when you think that you're supposed to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're calling them to help you and then they come there and they take your life. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And then want to rally around them when somebody decides to take their fucking life. Girl, I can't. It's too much going on. But all in all, it's very difficult to have those conversations with your kids about how they should properly handle themselves should they face situations when they can do everything right and it still not matter. It still not matter because they can take your life and get away with it. Like, that's one job that you can have if you want to be a murderer. In my opinion, be a police officer. And that doesn't apply to all police officers because there are some great ones out there. But for some, it's like you're able to go and hide behind the shield and unalive people and get off like it's okay. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. And y'all wonder why y'all struggling to get people over there. Y'all over here trying to build a cop city, this, that, and all the other shit. But y'all barely getting people to actually work for y'all. Y'all gonna fuck around and start drafting people to be police officers in a minute, huh? Because don't nobody want to be one. Girl, I'm so sorry to this family. I hope they do sue this officer that killed their daughter. I hope he's locked up for the rest of his fucking life. I don't care what he got going on. Don't care nothing about health, mental health. I don't care nothing about it. And I hope that they're able to sue every level of the police department. Because why y'all don't be looking into people's records more? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I get y'all probably a shortage, just like some teachers, right? Having a lot of, like, teachers are a shortage right now, just like with officers. So y'all probably feel like, oh, well, the stuff that he has isn't that major, so we'll put him out there on the streets. Like, nah, let his ass sit down for 6 months to a year at a desk job doing some investigations or something to show and prove that he needs to go out here and handle the people on the streets. But even as I say that, that don't matter, because you could sit your ass down for a whole year and still on what day 366 go out there and damn clap somebody. So I mean, I don't know. Y'all gonna have to do something. Y'all gonna have to do something, child. Either that or sit your ass down and shut up when these people start rebelling and start taking y'all the fuck up out of here. So, but y'all ain't gonna make no change until y'all people start getting killed. Okay, the people behind the shield. When they start being unalive for absolutely no reason, left and right, then y'all gonna be trying to change some shit. Girl, that's crazy. Y'all supposed to be out here to protect and to serve the people, and all you serving them are bullets and caskets. Are you okay? That shit is just like, oh, it just grinds my gears. Like, why is that not fixed? Why are y'all not working towards fixing that? Let's keep going. Let's see. I think I have some. Yeah, Portia Williams came out and said, "Say her name." Hashtag Sonya Massey. I literally stopped breathing watching that body cam. Prayers and my condolences to her family once again. God save us, please. Young Miami says, "This is so sad. This make me sick to my stomach. Imagine getting killed for no reason in your home, and you call for help. Now you are made the perpetrator, and they do this too damn often. You go from victim to perpetrator like that. And y'all wonder why people be looking at the police as ops at all times." Masika, she says the demons in him could not take her saying the name of Jesus. He told her he would shoot her in the face and then lied and said she came at him with boiling water. They didn't even try anything to save her. These officers need to start getting the fucking electric chair. It's unbelievable. Sean Grayson killed Sonya Massey in cold blood. It was malicious. It was murder. These fucking officers need to undergo intensive mental and psychological evaluations before unleashing them on as egomaniacs with guns. Unaliving an innocent person due to male fragility is aberrant. Okay. Nick Young says, so the police shot and killed a 36-year-old black lady holding a pot because she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and we out here playing for the USA. We out here about to go play for the USA in the Olympics, honey bun. Is that what we doing? Are y'all gonna take a stand, or the stand y'all gonna take is just putting a fist in the air? Oh, okay then. Well, let's keep going here. Ben Crump says the body cam footage released Monday shows the shocking moments when Sonya Massey was fatally shot in the face by a deputy after she called 911 for help. Violence against black women must stop. We must demand full justice for Sonya Massey. 1,000%. All right. Even The Game came out and said on July 6th, Sonya Massey was shot in the face and murdered by the police after calling 911 for help with the possible intruder in her home. Say her name. Say her name. A pot of boiling water and your immediate reaction is I'll shoot you in the face. Crazy. Girl. That is. That's something that's gonna stick with you forever, child. Solange came out and said first words Sonya Massey said at her front door were, "Don't hurt me." She was told, "Why would we hurt you? You called us." Girl, I can't. We have those words When have those words meant anything when you're black and woman in this country? When do those words protect you from not being murdered in your kitchen, in your bedroom, with your babies, or on your lawn? What is reassurance in this peace? Rest in power, Sonya Massey, and an abundance of love and power to Sonya's family on this journey. Girl, that shit pisses me off so much, y'all. Because I feel like they ain't gonna do shit. I feel like it's gonna be a conversation for now, and then we're gonna get back to the same thing, and they're gonna focus on the presidential and all that shit, but ain't nobody really changing anything. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They gonna listen to it for the moment, and then they're gonna be on to the next thing, and ain't nobody gonna be trying to stand up and change no laws or do nothing. They're gonna be over here padding the fuck out their pockets, and they're gonna be moving the hell on. So that's what irritates me. And I understand Ben Crump hopping on the case. And when he hops on the case, it looks like, oh, yeah, Ben Crump's on the case. Woo. Child, it dies down after a while, too. Because what was that boy's name? Rasheem out there in Mississippi that was found dead. Well, y'all found his bones and you was standing beside his mom and them. What's going on with that case, buddy? I did a story on that a while ago, too. And then last time he talked to, I think it was his mom or his aunt or somebody, he needed somebody to come pick him up because he was being chased. And he believed that his co-workers may have had some stuff to do with it because it wasn't the first time that, you know, he's experienced some racism or whatever in the area. And I think the aunt or godmom or somebody was headed to pick him up, couldn't find him, never heard from him again. And then months later or so, they ended up finding the boy bones and stuff. What's going on with that fucking case? You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you hop on the case, but who else you got still working on it? Like, what's going on? And it's other cases as well. But we appreciate you bringing attention because obviously when you hop on it, it brings attention to the cases and stuff. And we thank you for your services. But what else is going on? So hopefully this family gets all the justice that they deserve, you know, for the murder of their daughter. That's crazy. In her own damn house, not bothering nobody, trying to get some help, and you over there afraid of a pot of hot boiling water. You know what? I hope that's your death. I hope that you are scorched or whatever with hot boiling water in the end, ultimately. Ooh, child, that's a lot, honey. Okay, guys. You guys can continue to have, you know, your conversation about it. Let's keep going. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, okay. Let's talk about this real quickly. Fannie Willis. It looks like she might be allowing Lucci to get out early. I wonder how Young Thug over there feeling being there. His trial has been going on for damn near a year. Hello? A mess, child. It's been so many ups and downs, twists and turns. Y'all need to hurry up and sentence that man. Is he gonna be locked up for the rest of his life, or y'all finna tell him he's free to go? A mess. So when it comes to Lucci, Lucci may be getting out early, so we'll get into the statement. All right, they're saying YFN Lucci is a step closer to an early release after a letter of support from District Attorney Fannie Willis. In her letter to the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, Willis says the state does not object to the defendant, Rayshawn Bennett, being released. In her letter, she also adds that her recommendation is only valid with the continued good behavior of him. Okay. They say, or at least she says, pursuant to the parties' negotiated agreement, the state does not object to Rayshawn Bennett being released from the Department of Corrections the first time he becomes eligible for parole or after serving 1/3 of his prison sentence, okay? Whichever comes first. Now, this recommendation by the state is conditioned upon the defendant's compliance with the lawful authority of all Department of Corrections personnel and having had no incidents of any kind in any facility in which he has been housed while in the custody of the Department of Corrections. Attached to this letter is a file-stamped copy of the defendant's final deposition. And then it says, should any of the board members have questions regarding this, they can reach out to her office or whatnot. So, okay, Lucci may be getting out. I don't know if he gonna survive being out much long. You know what I'm saying? Because the way y'all was over there beefing and knowing Thug still locked up, like, I mean, do y'all, what's really going on? I feel like if Lucci do get out, he need to move the hell away from Georgia or something. I don't know what to tell him. You need to beef up your security a whole lot more. Okay, if you can afford it. Okay, I think you should move out of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Go to Wyoming or somewhere. Go live real low key. Produce your music. Do your little videos or whatever like that. You ain't even got to do videos. Just drop your music or whatever. And then maybe only perform at some festivals here or there, child. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but the people gonna be trying to take you out. At least that's what it is that I think. Okay, now Miss Regina Carter, stay where you at, my love. You have been doing very good. You have been doing very good. I know you told your mama at once upon a time that you like to answer his calls because I guess you want to appear that you wanted them down as type friends or something like that. But girl, stay where you at, my bookie boo. Let this man go off and do what he need to do and take care of all them kids that he got, honey. Hopefully they don't try. Y'all think they're gonna try and clap him up out of here? I don't know. I mean, I don't think he snitched on nobody or nothing because you know how much they like to hold that to heart. Well, y'all ain't clapped Gunna. And y'all could have sworn Gunna was over here snitching on Young Thug like Young Thug ain't get his stuff tied up in their own situation on his own. You know what I'm saying? So, child, listen, come down to me. I'm snitching. I don't care what y'all talking about, child. I'm not finna sit up here and suffer. I'm telling all the business. Y'all trying to be mad at Gunna, but they said Gunna didn't snitch. You know what I'm saying? But some of the people in the comments, you know, they was feeling away, child, and they was wondering, well, what the hell gonna happen with Young Thug since he get out? How can you be okay with Lucci's actions enough to release him early or whatever, but not go ahead and just let Young Thug off of this case, knowing that y'all have had all the twists and turns that y'all have had when it come down to it? So, child, whatever they want to do, honey, good luck. Whatever y'all decide to do. Are we freeing the criminals to make room for the police officers that are out here unaliving people? Is that what we're doing? Let me know. Is that what we're doing? Anywho, child, now let me know. So it looks like they're saying that he had 20 years. 20 years. Okay, so they said he pled guilty to one count of violating the Street Gang and Terrorism Prevention Act and was slapped with a 20-year sentence, 10 in custody, remainder on probation. So I guess out of those 10 years, he would need to serve 1/3 of that. So then it would be about time for him to get the hell out, right? Or are they talking about 1/3 of the 20 years? Either way, he's been in there for a minute. So I would think he's getting ready to come home very soon. At least that's what I think, okay? So, what you say, Lucha will ruin her completely if she go back? When listen, she better not go back. She better not. She better stay on the up and up. You better not get weak like that. If you're going to get weak like that, you might well go back to Armand. Okay? That's where you might as well go. But you know what's crazy? Let me talk about Regina and Armand real quick. I don't know what all their breakup was about, but it seems like she broke up with him they broke up with each other. I think that she required more time of him. I think that's why they broke up. They wanted to, she always wanted to be with him. He over here trying to shake and move and make his music career pop and stuff. And I think that she always wanted to be up under him. I feel like that's what they talked about when he was on that show, Toya and Reginae. And now that I'm looking back at it, I find that real interesting that you wanted more time from him when you was over here trying to be a down chick to a man that was locked up behind bars and had kids. Girl, what? And you look so much more happier with Armand. Okay, I'm still rooting for them. If they got back together, I'll be here for it. They were super cute together. He didn't seem like he was like cheating on her or anything or problematic or physically abusive or anything like that. I think it was just, she just liked to always be up under him. And sometimes he just couldn't do that because he was trying to shake and move. And you're a busy woman too. You over here doing movies and stuff. So I don't know why she required so much of him. Not go ahead and get one of T.I.'s sons. I think Nay likes some dark though. She does. But let me tell you who she cannot get. What's his name? Damani. Okay, Damani like I'm dark too. Damani like I'm dark too. But Damani is on a whole different level. Damani is on some like J. Cole type stuff. I'm like, I see you, young man. You better go ahead. Love his music. He is just so talented. And listen, I think Reginae too old for Damani though. Even though Damani be out here trying to talk like he grown and stuff like that. Damani, sit your little self down, boy. Okay. I love how all of his sons, T.I. sons, aside from King, don't really want to be affiliated with his ass. Like, they love their daddy, of course, but they don't really try to come up off him in any type of capacity. They don't want to follow in his footsteps, like, directly. Because the oldest one, dang, I forgot his name. I don't know if he's T.I. Jr. or not, but the oldest one, because him and Damani, from my understanding, have the same mom. So the oldest one, he plays like the guitar and stuff. So he be in like a whole different type of thing. Okay, you got Damani on his J. Cole type stuff, and then you got not King, but what's the other one? Major. Oh, Major used to be my favorite, baby, because Major used to tell them how it was. Major didn't give a damn. Major used to keep it a buck on them up. I used to love me some Major, honey. Major like I'm dark too. But Major, I think Major is not going to be in music at all. I think Major is just going to be like a business person. For sure. I think that's what he's going to be in. So I love that. King is the only one that wants to like be, in my opinion, just like his daddy. Messiah. Thank y'all. Yes, it's Messiah. Messiah is the oldest. Yes, Messiah. Messiah plays the guitar. But Major, the baby, was that who I was going to talk about King. It's so interesting that King don't really want to be like his daddy, but you swear to God that you came from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. There we go. All right, babe. But you would swear he came from the trenches. You don't want to be like your daddy, but you want to be exactly like your daddy, but you try to disassociate yourself at the same time. Like, you had a different type of upbringing, but whatever, King, can't he? Whatever. But anywho, love that for them. Regine, you'll be all right. Go find you a ball player or something. Go get you a football player. Possibly. Go find you somebody else, okay? Major wants to be an author. Go ahead, Major. I see him doing that. I see him being an author turned filmmaker. I can see that. That's what's up. I also saw tech too, Virgo. I also saw him like running like a tech business, something like that. Like, just nothing dealing with music at all. He does want to be a trap king, child. What about Bronny for Regine? He's too old. I don't know. I can't say they wouldn't be a bad couple, but does Bronny like black girl? Let me stop. Does Bronny? I don't know. I don't know what Bronny into. I don't know what Bronny is giving. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And if not blonde hair, blue eyes, it's giving one of them racially ambiguous type women. Okay. That's what it's giving, just a little piece. But you never know. He may surprise us and find somebody that look like his mama. But I don't know. Or maybe Regine needs to just date somebody that don't nobody know. But he's successful, but don't nobody know him. Because he behind the scenes. Don't go get like no Carlee Red type man. Okay, don't go get no Carlee Red type man where he's giving, he's the owner of Now What's That. Like, that's still, girl, a piece of hood. But anywho, let me go ahead and slide over, child. Let me slide over. What else we got over here? Okay, let's get into the, actually, before we get into the politics of it all, let me see. Let's move this down here. What else we got? What's that? Okay, big, because this is where I want to go. Okay, before we get into that, Carlee Russell has come out, y'all. Miss Carlee Russell has broken her silence. She had to come out and give her thoughts, okay, after the kidnapping hoax, because y'all know last year around this time, baby, to the date, baby, we was on Carlee Russell's ass because Carlee Russell sat up here and faked her kidnapping and over there pulling up on the side of the highway, honey, talking about something. It was a man that she saw a baby on the side of the road, so she pulled over. When she pulled over, she got snatched up and thrown into a damn tractor trailer or whatever it was. But she was sitting over there eating. Did she say she was eating Cheez-Its, y'all? Which is so funny because then Cordell on Love Island say something about some damn Cheez-Its. Girl, y'all gonna forever be on top of Cheez-Its, ain't it? So anywho, she was over there talking about them cheese. We know who ain't gonna get no endorsement for cheeses though, you. But anywho, she was over there talking about she was eating cheeses or whatever. She went missing for about 3 days or something like that. Somebody, I think she was on the phone with her brother girlfriend, and all of a sudden they didn't hear nothing on the phone. She done left the phone, the wig, the purse, or whatever. Like, girl, it was just something. What the fuck? She had this whole damn thing playing the hell out. Okay, next thing you know, she walking home, la 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 la. She done walked her ass damn into the house, and everybody else is confusion. And fool and people like my stupid ass sitting up here wanting to believe that maybe the criminals dropped her off on the corner of the street. Maybe they were done with her and they're like, you can go home now. No, stupid. She walked home. The bitch walked home. She was around the damn corner the whole fucking time, playing on people's top. Okay? Girl, got your mama and them down to the damn Today Show lying. Okay, got people over here feeling sorry for your damn ex-boyfriend or whatever. Then he trying to do appearances and shit down to the clubs or whatever to get him a little piece of coin off your name. Cause people felt like you did all of this over a guy. Like, girl, I can't. Carlee took us down through there about a year ago. Yeah, so Carlee took us down through there about a year ago or whatever. And now she's coming back to the front. Oh, girl, Carlee, you thought we had forgot about how you had sat up there and gonna plead not guilty? You remember you had pled not guilty? And then you had to go ahead and come back to the front and say that you was guilty because you was never had kidnapped. You remember that? And then remember how the man was over there recording, trying to film and get everything, and your mama was walking up on that man like that? Like we forgot. We ain't forget, girl. Had your mama down there to the damn Today Show lying on your behalf, looking a fool, when your daddy not saying that and just looking. And just nodding his head because he knew they was lying. He knew it. Girl, Carlee, we ain't forget, bitch. We ain't gonna never forget about you, girl. But she ended up getting off because what, she got like a misdemeanor or something like that. She didn't really get no harsh punishment at all. They said she was arrested on 2 misdemeanor charges, including false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsifying, reporting an incident. Okay. I don't think she got any jail time. I can't remember that part, but, she did get the misdemeanor. So I think she got like probation for a year. She had to pay back also many thousands of dollars. I was expecting her to pay back way more because you had everybody out there, helicopters and all, searching the area. Okay, trying to find you. Meanwhile, you laid up some damn where they gonna walk your ass home, girl. Stop it. But she did have to pay a little fine, and she also had the little misdemeanor, and I think she got probation for like a year or whatever. So she's about to come off that, I'm sure. So she decided to write a statement. I'm sure her attorney advised her to do such. And she says, I wasn't going to make a birthday post, but I would be remiss not to publicly acknowledge the goodness God has shown me. He not only allowed me to see another year, but he changed the trajectory of my life from the negative place I was in this time last year. To those who have been there for me, your kindness and support have meant the world to me. Whether it was a text, call, direct message on social media, post, prayer, thoughtful gift, or words of encouragement, nothing was too little, and each helped me to fight to live another day. Thank you sincerely for helping me find the light in the darkest of the moments. The work is not finished yet, but as I step into this next year of life, I am filled with hope and optimism towards continuing to overcome challenges, cherishing those who cherish me, and embracing the future and God's plan on my life with an open heart and mind. Okay, so she just turned 27 years old. Happy birthday, she says. And there we go. Oh, here it is. I'm wrong. Well, no, they recommended 1 year in jail and nearly 18,000 restitution, but I don't think she got that 1 year. I think they gave her like 1 year probation or something like that. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Miss Carlee. And if this, y'all see Carlee here, and if this is a recent picture of her, it seems like she might have slimmed down a little bit in the face. Of course, last year I'm sure she was more stressed the fuck out. I'm sure she was more stressed out than she is now. So she's, hey, it is what it is. Hopefully she learned a major lesson from this. Okay, to not play with the people and have your parents down to national television embarrassing themselves on your behalf, ma'am. So she's out. She's hopefully doing better. And we'll see. Okay, we'll see what's gonna happen in the future. So, good luck. Okay, I want to say this: as much as I gave her flack for everything that she did, you have to be in a poor mental state to sit up here and plan and concoct an entire kidnapping hoax. You had to be in the poorest mindset, very extremely low vibrational, for you to concoct such a plan. She stole money from the job. She was over here researching how she can go about vanishing. So she definitely planned all of this out. But I'm like, you got to have had a very poor mental state for you to just do all of this, right? So hopefully she's at a better place, and good luck. All right. Now let's keep going because we got to get back into Scrappy now, because y'all know I had came to y'all the other day. All right. I came to y'all already about Scrappy and Khaotic. Khaotic made it seem like he was trying to put money in Scrappy pocket, and Scrappy just wasn't ready. He didn't want to down talk him. He still loves him as a friend, but he don't know why they beefing. I still question that about him not knowing why they're beefing, because you sat up there and you said that y'all ain't been talking for like a month. And then you changed it to saying, really, we ain't been right since April. So what is that about? Because a month ago would have been June, but y'all ain't really been good since April. So now I'm starting to question Scrappy and Khaotic both, because y'all not giving us the full thing. Scrappy's trying to promote the show, because I do feel like what Khaotic said about him trying to get a bag and making sure he has, a storyline for the next season or whatever. I think that is true. I feel like Scrappy has ruined a lot of relationships that he's had over the years. So once again, I feel like what Khaotic has said wasn't too far-fetched. But the fact that Scrappy was putting so much on television and saying, y'all watch the show, y'all gonna find out, it does make me question, is there gonna be more that we really finna see? Like, because both of y'all are starting to give that y'all both coming to us. Like, number one, Khaotic, you're giving that you're trying to build up this YouTube channel and make money off of this. And Scrappy is trying to make money off of it too, but he's trying to do it by way of love and hip hop. So with that being said, y'all both, I feel like it's a scheme that y'all both set up to come to us. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I feel like y'all know what works, and y'all know what's going to hit. The show just premiered last night. Shout out to the patrons, because at some point we are going to get into that. But yeah, the show just came out last night, so it's so ironic that y'all ain't been cool all of this time, and then now all of a sudden you want to come to the front. And here's the other thing, Khaotic, when that video was going around of you and Scrappy getting into it, that was like last week, my bookie butt. That was last week. So, or at least over the weekend. Why you ain't come to us then when the video went out, or the next day? Why you waited until the day that the show was going to premiere or closer to it for you to put a video out? Y'all giving sketchy betchy. Sketchy betchy, but we're gonna listen to it, okay? Because I played y'all what Khaotic had to say, because he came to us first. Scrappy went on live and was talking about he ain't no YouTube type NIGGA. I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. This man, basically Scrappy made it seem like Khaotic finessed him or played him, and it seemed like he was trying to allude to him playing him over money or something like that. And then now it seems like Khaotic is about to listen to what Scrappy said, respond to it, and then Scrappy gonna come back and respond. Girl, they doing all of this semantics for the show.
Buddy, why? Listen, y'all gonna find out on Love and Hip Hop. You feel me? I don't even want to speak Buddy's name. Buddy ain't even Buddy.
What's going on with Buddy? Y'all gonna find out on Love and Hip Hop. Why do we gotta find out on Love and Hip Hop? Why you can't call me Scrappy and talk to me if I'm your friend? Why do we gotta take this to Love and Hip Hop, bro? I don't care about no Love and... So since he wanna take it to Love and Hip Hop, right? The platform that owns everything. They own the right to the content. They own you. They don't own me. They own him, because he's been there for 12, 11 years.
Baby,
they own you. You want to go and give it to their platform. Why you don't come talk to me? Why we got to even go to platforms? I'm giving it to y'all. YouTube, this is my platform. I don't got to give it to Love and Hip Hop. I can give it to y'all right here, exclusively. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what.
And no, you don't be trying to play with the people. You know you trying to be over there and build that platform up. But why he lying, girl? Why he acting like he ain't trying to build that platform up, girl? Why he acting like he ain't trying to get that coin? But let me tell you, that's not a bad way to do it. Okay? Because you ain't got no photo nothing through that network for real, based on what that contract is giving. Yikes.
Well, I told y'all, all this is he doing this for Love and Hip Hop, for storyline. Y'all can see that.
another man let a grown man take from him or play with his name or anything, bro, you a sucker. And I ain't finna be that. That ain't me.
I ain't take nothing from Scrappy. I created this YouTube channel. I didn't take nothing from Scrappy. I ain't playing with Scrappy name. All I said was Scrappy ain't, when it come down to the business, Scrappy ain't doing the business right. Scrappy, you tried to fake attack me on set of Love and Hip Hop and didn't call me, ain't say nothing about nothing. A video leaked in the blogs of you fake running up on me. Everybody wondering what's going on. My mama, my friends, everybody wondering what's going on. So instead of me having to keep getting on the phone every day telling a different person what's going on, I'm just going to make a video and let everybody know what's going on. That was it. And in that video, I ain't said nothing bad about him, bro. Nothing. Anytime I ever spoke on Scrappy, I never spoke nothing bad, bro. Never. You know what I'm saying? Playing with your name, what's still taken from you. I ain't take nothing from you. I helped you. I supported you, bro. Just as well as you rocked with me and supported me. We helped each other. We supported each other. What do you mean?
Can't be better than the person that helped you because it dedicated you when it needed the help. You feel me?
That's where we stop at. Scrappy, I didn't need no help. And I never felt like I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. Do I feel like I grind harder than people? Yes, I grind harder than a lot of people. Do I feel like I got more ambitious than people? I feel like I got more ambitious than a lot of people. Do I got more drive and charisma than people? I got a lot more drive and charisma than a lot of people. Do I got a bigger personality than people in this world? I got a way bigger personality than. Do I capitalize off of every moment more than others do? Yes, I do. But I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just feel like everything I just said, I go harder. It's one thing. Two things. The person that helped me, bro, we helped each other. We was each other homies. What did you do to help me, Scrappy, right? I helped you more than you helped me, bro. Let's be real, bro. You was going through it. You was going through a whole divorce, depressed, sad. I'm not gonna talk nothing about this man's personal business because that's not what I'm here to do. All I'm gonna say is he was depressed and sad and going through a lot. And I came in his life and gave him a new burst of energy. I came in with nothing but happiness and rebuilt him, building him, having his back. I cut off talking to Bambi, I ain't talking to you no more. Got locked in with him and rode with him the whole ride. Anything he did, I supported, I cheered him on. All that stuff, when people looked at me in the blogs and think, oh, I'm just annoying Scrappy, I'm annoying Scrappy. I was not just annoying Scrappy. Or I wasn't telling Scrappy business. I was saying the stuff that Scrappy wanted to say that he didn't want to say. He wanted me to say it. Because he knew if he was to say it, it'd make him look weird and whatever was going on in his mind. But that, like you saying, a person can't be bigger than the person that helped them. First of all, that ain't even true. Even though you making it like you helped me and I ain't help you or I ain't do nothing for you, that's weird. But how many people you know help people up and them people shot past the people that helped them up? I know plenty of people that put people on and they bigger than the people that put them on. I know plenty of people that's way richer than the people that put them on. But Scrappy didn't put me on. I was already on before Scrappy. Before Scrappy ever even came in the equation, I was Khaotic. First of all. Second of all, I'm the one who went and got us the show for Now That's TV. The 6-figure deal that we did with Now That's TV, I went and got us that show. I'm the one who put Scrappy. I put Scrappy on all my bookings. Every time I got booked, I called, hey, y'all know y'all can get me in Scrappy for this amount. Scrappy never put me on his bookings. Scrappy never tried to get me bookings with him. Scrappy cuff all his bookings. And anytime I had a booking, I always added Scrappy.
I believe this. I believe that Scrappy is a selfish, it's an anti-GGA. And this right here, friends, is an example that some of the hoes you hang with, they do not like you, Bookie Boo. No, they don't. Everybody you friends with don't like your ass. Clock them accordingly and move on.
Scrappy named me. I got Scrappy promo deals. Hell, I brought all the money to the table, Scrappy. You never bought me $1 to the table.
That man don't like you like that.
I put that on my mama. Listen, I put this on my mama's life. This on my mama's life, my nephew, my niece's life. Man, I could hit the ground. That man ain't bring me no money. I bought that man bag on top of bag on top of bag. So what you talking about, Scrappy? And I got my receipts. But I'm not going there. I'm not pulling out no receipts. But Scrappy, I went and got you countless bags. What do you mean? Like, oh, think you bigger than... I ain't never walk around here acting like I'm bigger than nobody. And then when you say talk about you in front of the girls, first of all, bro, you bought this whole YouTube channel stuff all to Love and Hip Hop. Not me. When we in scene and the girls come to me and say, Khaotic, so what's up with you and Scrappy with this YouTube channel? All I say is, man, Scrappy don't want to work and grind. I never have ever said anything to defamate Scrappy's character. Never. I've never did that to nobody. Only thing I've ever said out my mouth is Scrappy don't want to grind. Scrappy don't want to work. I don't call Scrappy broke. That's what his baby mama them do. You seen on the Shade Room, the sign, rich baby mama, broke baby daddy, when he was in the club with his baby mama. That's not me. I don't call you broke. I ain't calling you broke, bro. And I ain't throwing no shade on his baby mama. I ain't throwing no shade on baby. I ain't throwing no shade on that woman. I'm just saying, that's somebody who have to deal with him financially, who he is under financial obligations with this person. So they can call you that. I'm not calling you that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't talk bad about you, bro. So don't do that. Don't sit here and act like I get around people and talk bad about you, because that's not what I do. That's a lie. And the truth ain't in it. You is doing some real loving hip hop. That's why I started this video. You see what it said? Everything gonna come out on loving hip hop. That's why I'm doing this video right here. Because I'm hurt, y'all. Because I really thought like, hey, I thought this was my dog.
Yeah,
I thought this was my brother.
I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't no YouTuber. I get on YouTube, but I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't running around in these folk face trying to want motherfuckers to do skits with me. That ain't my get down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, y'all heard that? I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't running around in people's face trying to get them to do skits with me. I ain't no YouTuber. So if you're not a YouTuber,
you need to be
you
one.
Admit it. There it is again.
I'm sorry. Are you there? Come close. You need to be one, bitch. Okay? The way that you had Bambi tied the hell up to the point where you wasn't paying the bills. And then y'all got evicted. Then her and the damn kids had to get the hell out. Your whole family should have had a damn channel. Okay, but you don't know how to get bags. Okay, child, let me hush, child. Cause listen, I do partly blame your damn mama and your lazy ass work ethic. High key. Okay, child, you just trash.
It all adds up to what I told y'all. Scrappy said he not a YouTuber. He not running around in people's face trying to get them to do videos. So when I told y'all that the man wasn't showing up to do videos, right? He just admitted that. So if you're not a YouTuber, why are you mad at me over me taking you off the YouTube channel when you admitted that you don't go around, run around trying to do skits with people? What are you mad for? This is all for storyline. So all this time I thought I had a friend.
Ooh,
really,
baby.
This friend was my friend up to the point where it's like, okay, last year we had the bro storyline. That was my bro. This year we don't got that kind of storyline. So now you're trying to create a storyline. He just admitted, I don't do the YouTube. I ain't them people face trying. Yeah, bro. You exposing yourself.
He is.
I'm just pointing it out to y'all.
Play with my name, you gonna see.
How am I playing with your name? I didn't play with your name. All I said was, I'm saying what you saying. You ain't no YouTuber. This ain't your life. And I can't do business with you. I ain't playing with your name.
Playing with my name.
Go
That
find
shit's
the people
crazy.
You want to know who played with his name? Go look at you Loving Hip Hop. And they'll show you who played with his name, because it sure enough ain't me.
You want this smoke, I'll give it to you. Anybody.
Now, when I said I want to smoke with him, play with your name, you going to come for me. You want this, bro, I don't want no smoke with you. You going to come for who? I told you, bro, I don't fear nobody in the world, but that ain't even what I'm on. You got 5 kids. And you trying to get your life right. Why do I want smoke with you?
Wait, Paul. Hold it up. Wait. Hold it up. Wait. Did he just say this man got 5 kids? Wait. Hold what you got. Pause. Then wait. Then freeze. Listen. Don't he got 3 with Bambi? And then 1 with Erica? So are you confirming that the 5th child that Erica is pregnant with, this fool done went back and got pregnant by Scrappy? Because that's the 5. Because I don't recall him. Y'all got to remind, like, did he and Bambi have 4 kids? Because I thought it was 3. That's what I thought. Child, ain't that some bitch? So she done went and got pregnant by Scrappy, and you been over here playing in our face trying to act like it ain't what it was and what it is. Like, we stupid, bitch. You been out here gaslighting us. But he over there been lighting a fire in your cootie twat. Bitch, I know you not playing with us like this in America. Girl, did she really? Woo. Wow. I was hoping, y'all, because we saw that in the previews where Erica said that she pregnant, y'all. I was hoping that shit was a joke. But for you to turn around and get pregnant by your girl, I'm done. Ooh, I'm done. Ooh, Erica, bitch, I have rolled with you, girl, but I cannot rock with this. Now, you're going to do what you want to do with your cootie twat. That's just how you is. But this is the same man that was trying to put, like trying to take your child from you the last time. And then you going to get pregnant by him again? Like, you're going to be with him? And then you just going to go through this cycle again, and you already know that he was having issues paying for the first child that you got? And you will call him, girl, I don't got, stupidity. Fade away from the public scene. Fade away. Because this man just said 5 kids. Now, unless he done got somebody else pregnant, and I know Diamond ain't pregnant by you, by you. Because she done got engaged. Finna get married. So I do believe that child is with the man that she was with. So I want to believe that Erica's baby that she's carrying is yours.
Still my brother from another mother. I love Mama D. I talk to Mama D every day. I talk to your auntie every day. Why do I want smoke with you?
Oh,
Why? That's another thing. Why I'm going to play with your name? I got too much respect for your mama to even play with your name. Why I'm going to do that, bro? Why I'm going to disrespect you? Mama D talk to me every day. Mama D treat me like her child. You think if I was playing with Scrappy name, Mama D would care about me, or Mama D would treat me like her child and rock out with me? No. I don't know what this man talking about. Storyline. That's what he creating for Love and Hip Hop. Now watch this. I never said this man's jury was fake. I don't speak on Scrappy negatively, bro. This man is making this up the who I'm speaking on, bro. To be honest with you, everybody that's Scrappy knows they speak on him negatively. When I first came to Atlanta and I started hanging out with Scrappy and doing the Love and Hip Hop, and I started hanging out with Scrappy, so many people were telling me, "Hey, boy, I'm telling you, he ain't about his business." Well, I'm telling you that you know, they used to tell me, "Boy, don't pick no side. Don't pick side. Stay mutual." They was trying to warn me to stay mutual because they were like, "Scrappy ain't about his business. Scrappy ain't." Hey, Ben was trying to tell me this. I wasn't listening to nobody.
I get paid too much on Love and Hip Hop. What I'm in the street doing skits for? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
see that? That man is in love. I get paid too much on Love and Hip Hop. Cool. I get paid too much on Love and Hip Hop, but I also get paid too much for my businesses too, and I also get paid too much from this YouTube too, and I also get paid too much from these skits too, and I also get paid too much for bookings and promo and a lot of and music and several different things.
I'm with Khaotic, y'all. Like, even if it shows on the season that Khaotic was foul a little bit, I'm probably leaning towards Khaotic. And then I like how he handling this. Like, you gonna go on a rant, go on the page that you know you're gonna get paid for people to at least come see what the hell you got to say. That's why Scrappy ain't gonna never have no damn money for real. Because you're so tied up in Love and Hip Hop, what are you gonna have to show for it once the show is no longer on? Why? I mean, you sitting on your IG going in when you could just go over there on your YouTube channel and just say what you got to say. Try some mess.
So I was trying to take you out of that mentality of just looking at the Love and Hip Hop chicks. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to take you. Are you paid too much? See how it all reverts back to Love and Hip Hop people? Come on, man. Oh my God. So he's trying to say that people ain't support me or rock with me until I got with him. Until I got around him. So if that's the case, wouldn't it be vice versa? Wouldn't it be vice versa, right? If that's the thing, then you would be doing more outside of Love and Hip Hop. You'd have been doing way more outside of Love and Hip Hop before you met me. You would have been in the blogs for something more than your baby mothers. If it was, you know what I'm saying? Because you in the blogs all the time for your baby mothers. But when you got around me, you got in the blogs for more fun stuff, more vibrant stuff. It's like, oh, look at Scrappy, he having fun, he living. Other than that, you just be in the blogs for the drama you have with your BMs and stuff like that. So, like, you trying to make it like you didn't make me, Scrappy. Let's not do that. You didn't put me on Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop came and got me because of my personality, bro. Like, you ain't get me on Love and Hip Hop. You ain't get me in Atlanta, bro. Y'all been knew me before hanging out with. Why is this man acting like he made me? And I still love this man. Still ain't got no beef with him. I'm just letting y'all know this man might have been did too much of that right there. I'm not trying to really expose this man like that, bro. That's not what I want to do. But I got all my receipts, Scrappy. Every last one. Even what I stole from you, you just admitted on this channel that you don't do the reality, the skit stuff, and you don't do the YouTube stuff. So how I stole something from you, I created the channel. I created it for the both of us. You didn't do your part and you ain't stay down. So when you ain't do your part and stay down, I just say, man, I can't deal with this.
What's going on with Buddy? Why? Listen.
Okay, so y'all done heard Khaotic, honey. And I'm sure the video is much longer over on his channel, honey. But let me see what Scrappy had to say, because Scrappy seemed to be upset. He said he gonna put the pause, because that's one thing he like to do. That's one thing Scrappy like to do, put the pause, honey.
I'm gonna beat your ass. It's up, my nigga. It's up. Like I told him, ain't no sitting down talking to me, homie. You shouldn't have lied.
Not
You
a
got on
father
the
of
line trying to
five.
get your little clout.
Not a father of five trying to beat his ass. That's how we start the video. I'm gonna beat your wow.
Out, trying to get your little clicks, trying to run off with the money and all that, and then you want people to believe you. I'm gonna just tell the nigga just give me the money for the shit that I'm on and my family on. You can take all that rest of the shit. I don't even give a fuck. I'm good because I don't need YouTube. I get paid every day. I don't have to go around and suck on people's titties, suck on dick. You know what I'm saying? Telling people, hey, you do a YouTube with me, nigga. And then the dancers ain't even your dancers, nigga. I ain't talked to you in a month. I ain't talked to you in the whole fucking month. So don't act like you talked to me, nigga. I had your phone number blocked for a whole month. You know that. You know that. I don't fuck.
Now see, this is the piece here for me, okay? Specifically, where I was like, Khaotic, you know why y'all not talking if you haven't talked to a person in a month. And then you turn around and say that, well, we ain't really been right since April. So then you know why you acting like, what's going on? Why are we beefing? What is the issue? You know what the fuck the issue really is. I'm not discrediting what Khaotic has said, because I do feel like a lot of what he said is actual factual when it comes to Scrappy and business and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like you know a little tea, and I'm over here wondering what the hell really done went down, because he done sat up here and said sucking on dicks and stuff, and I'm like, are you being funny? Or did something happen and you just wasn't rocking with it? Like, what's...
Fuck with you. You're sassy. You're damn near a girl. Only women go to social media when something just happened because they can't hold it. They can't hold it. A woman would do that. No, I'm going to beat your ass. It's up, my nigga. It's up. I ain't on YouTube. I get on YouTube, but I ain't no YouTuber. I ain't running around in these folk face trying motherfucker to do skits with me. That ain't my get down. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my get down. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finna play with my name. That's all I got to say. I ain't finna play with my name, and I ain't finna play with nobody else's name. But you play with my name, you gonna see. You gonna see. I might don't get in that shit first, because I be trying to be a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see, because you know what I'm saying? I don't play with folk name, and I don't expect people to play with mine.
And you know what's crazy? When people were telling Khaotic, like, hey, like, you getting on Scrappy's nerves, you're like doing too much, this and that, and Khaotic would be like, nah, like, we cool, like, that's what Scrappy likes. This is the SHI that I feel like Khaotic should have paid attention to. I know you just wanted that bromance, that friendship with Scrappy or whatever, but honestly, people were slick trying to tell you that Scrappy don't like you. Like, whenever you would be around doing too much, I just feel like at some point, if that's what your friend like, they might be like silly with you. But most of the time, I even clocked that. Most of the time, it just seemed like you get on his nerves. And I just feel like he was around you. I'm not going to say that y'all trauma bonded or anything, but I just feel like he had a lot going on and he needed a friend. So he chose to befriend you as an escape to whatever he had going on with the baby mamas and the relationship and all of that. But honestly, that man never liked you. But that's just how I feel. Now, things could change at a later time should y'all make up and get an understanding and make, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I don't think that man liked you. Thank you so much, Ascension Intentions, for the super chat. I think what went down is he wasn't showing up to do the work, and Scrappy felt entitled to anything associated with the minimal effort he put forward. Thank you for the super chat. And I agree with that. And I feel like that's a common thing that Scrappy does all of the time. He always feels entitled. Always. And I feel like we heard that a lot throughout the dynamics of him and Bambi's relationship. She don't do this. She don't do that. Da, 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 da. And whenever she tried to communicate with him on the things that he wasn't doing, it was like it didn't matter. It was more so about what she was supposed to do for him. And he does lead off with that entitlement. And I blame his mom just a bit for that. Just a little bit, you know, because now he's a grown man. He's making his own decisions. I don't want to put all of that on Mama D. But just a little portion, because you'll be calling him the king and this and that in the palace. And I think that you really prop him up in a space where he is supposed to feel entitled. And that's just not how it's supposed to work in all of your different friendships and relationships. It's just not, like, at all. And here we are. So we'll have to see how things going to play out between them. And it's continuing to play out online, obviously.
Like I told him.
Because Scrappy said he going to beat his ass, which I do not believe is going to happen at all. But it was interesting because when they got into it, that video that went viral, it appeared like, it looked like, I could have sworn I saw a camera there. I believe they were on set, y'all. I think they were on set when that happened. So when are you exactly going to put the pause on him? Is this about to go outside of television now, or are you really only doing this for TV? And to take a shot at him about, I don't do YouTube, I ain't got to that's just a source of income for this man. That's just a source of income. You don't know what his goals are, what he's trying to get accomplished. He may do a YouTube channel and use all of that money to purely just invest in stock. You don't know what and live off of his love and hip hop and whatever other income he got. You don't know that. So you over there trying to downplay him, and in a minute you probably gonna wish that you had a channel. I don't know. But yeah, as soon as you do create one, the people gonna drag you and they gonna bring this clip back of you talking about you ain't on YouTube, nigga. I ain't gotta do this, that, X, Y, and Z and make people do the clownery, honey, clownery. But that's what's going on. The most I will say is, it seems like Khaotic done exposed just a little bit of the storyline. If you are a father of 5 and the 5th child potentially being Erica Dixon's. Okay? Because she didn't say in that, from the preview I saw, she just said she was pregnant. She never said she was joking. I was hoping she was joking, but I have not watched last night's episode to see if that is a part of that episode or not. If it was, I feel like it probably would have been, probably viral or something like that. Maybe not. But anywho, so that's what's going on with the Love and Hip Hoppers, honey. Let us go ahead and move on. All right. What else we got over here? Now we get into our politics. Okay. Now, Senator George Lang. Okay. Not sure what state Ohio State. I thought this was so funny because he gets on this platform and talks about if Trump does not get into office, then it's going to be it's going to be like a civil war. So basically, I feel like he was in support, listening to this, he was in support of the actions of the individuals from January 6th. When y'all don't get y'all way, y'all just decide to show y'all ours. And it's so funny that after you got drugged and people don't like what you had to say, I guess you feel threatened, and that when it's time for you to run for senator or whatever, you might be getting the hell up off the table or something. So then my, how quickly you turn around and try and change your words. Let's see what he says.
Fight! We got time. Come on. Hey, we are in the fight for the soul of our nation. We are in a fight for our kids and our grandkids, a fight that we can never imagine. I believe wholeheartedly Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. It's the greatest experiment in the history of mankind. And if we come down to a civil war, I'm glad we got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side. Fight!
All right. So it must have went viral and people were complaining, dragging him. So he came to the front and says, my statement below on comments made earlier today, which is so interesting. Remarks I made earlier today at a rally in Middletown do not accurately reflect my views. But you just said it. You sure they don't? I regret the divisive remarks I made in the excitement of the moment on stage. So do they not accurately reflect your views? Because if they don't accurately reflect your views, then why do you regret what you said then? Because it sounds like it reflects your views, okay? So obviously you could have left that statement out and just said remarks I made earlier today at a rally in Middletown. I like to say that I regret the divisive remarks I made in excitement of the moment on stage. But it's so funny how you just said that earlier today and then all of a sudden it's changing by the end of the night. He goes on to say, especially, this is what they be killing me when they do, especially in light of the assassination attempt on Trump. See, you see how he just switched that and tried to deflect? They don't accurately, reflect, but you said it with all the enthusiasm in the world. Then you turn around and say you regret the divisive remarks that were made. And then you try to change the subject and shift it back to being about Trump and what happened to him, especially in light of the assassination attempt on Trump last week. We should all be mindful of what is said at political events, myself included. You definitely should be mindful. But I see how you tried to shift and shake that, okay, for the people to remind us that this man was assassinated. I'm sorry, attempted to be assassinated. Child, y'all is funny, honey. Y'all is funny. Let's keep going. All right. So y'all know the vice president, Mike Pence, was formerly Trump's vice president, baby. And he's not on the ballot to run with him. I feel like if Trump would have asked Mike would have said no, because I really don't like you like that, for real. Which is interesting, because J.D. Vance don't even like him like that, for real. But everybody is ready to get one of the highest positions in the land, okay? But let's hear what Mike Pence had to say, because he's not endorsing Trump. Hilarious.
It should come as no surprise that I will not be endorsing Donald Trump this year. I cannot, in good conscience, endorse Donald Trump in this campaign.
You can now add Pence to the ever-expanding list of former Donald Trump officials who say that the former president should not ever step foot in the White House again. Just let that sink in. This is a list that is quite long at this point. Among them, his former Attorney General, Bill Barr.
You know, he's like a defiant 9-year-old kid who's always pushing the glass toward the edge of the table, defying his parents to stop him from doing it.
His former National Security Advisor, John Bolton.
Between Biden and Trump, there was no conservative on the ballot, so I wrote in the name of a conservative, and I would do the same in 2024.
Oh, damn.
His other former National Security Advisor, H.R. McMaster.
I think it would be terribly divisive for our country for him to run again.
The former Trump Defense Secretary, Mark Esper.
Do you think Trump can be trusted with the nation's secrets ever again?
No. I mean, it's just irresponsible action that places our service members at risk, places our nation's security at risk.
The other former Trump Defense Secretary, Jim Mattis, he said that Trump fomented an insurrection. The former Trump Chief of Staff, John Kelly, who says Trump has no idea what America stands for. His former Acting Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney.
I quit because I think he failed at being the president when we needed him to be that.
And his former Joint Chiefs Chairman, Mark Milley.
Y'all chose violence.
We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator.
Ooh. And there are others, quite a few more, in fact. But Pence today gave his reasons, and they aren't just about how Trump put his life at risk on January 6th.
During my presidential campaign, I made it clear that there were profound differences between me and President Trump on a range of issues, and not just our difference on my constitutional duties that I exercised on January the 6th. Donald Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on.
To hear him say that out loud and pair it with Pence's refusal to endorse Trump, it is nothing short of extraordinary. But notice what all of these people have in common. Every one of them saw Trump's conduct up close, especially when it came to the most sensitive and important parts of the job, the ones that deal with the nation's national security. And so Mike Pence, you would think he plans to vote for Joe Biden, right?
Who are you going to vote for in November?
Well, like most Americans, I'm going to keep my vote to myself. But you know,
would you
I'm
vote for President Biden?
I would never vote for Joe Biden. But how I vote when that curtain closes is that'll be for me. It should come as no surprise that I will not be.
Listen. Well, it looks like he probably gonna vote independent, or he gonna write a name in, or he ain't gonna vote at all. Goddamn, that's what it's given. Now, when he say he ain't voting for Biden, I believe that, because he probably don't want to be exposed. Somebody trying to expose. Oh, he did vote for Biden. He sat up there and he lied. So he probably not. But I also believe he ain't gonna vote for Trump as either. So he probably gonna vote for an independent, or he gonna do like that other man said. I'm just gonna write a damn name in, because I'm not fucking with y'all. Okay, and that's just what it is. So. I don't know, but y'all let me know. Well, y'all can keep y'all votes to yourselves. It really ain't my business, because y'all got the right to choose who y'all want. But, you know, let me know your thoughts about that. Let's see what else. Kamala Harris did go and do her, I believe it was her first campaign speech that she did. So let's check that out. A lot of people are mixed feelings on Kamala. You know, some of these pages I can't fully trust because after we exposed the guy that was not black, pretending to be a black woman and then lying, saying that, oh, he logged into another friend's phone, trying to blame it on a friend, knowing that it was his the whole time. A lot of these profiles, especially when you go to them and they're blocked, you know, they're private, like y'all really can't be trusted while y'all using these black women images. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of misinformation out there and all of that, you know, and we all just gonna have to do our own research to identify, you know, who makes sense to us, you know, based on their policies, what they're about and everything, and who makes sense to us. So we're gonna have to do our own due diligence, and we have time before voting happens. But let's go ahead and check out a part of this speech of what Ms. Kamala had to say, Hanny.
And we who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because we trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do. And when Congress passes a law to restore reproductive freedoms, as President of the United States, I will sign it into law. America has tried these failed economic policies before, but we are not going back. We are not going back. Not going back. We're not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. America
All right. And what she says is when you read Donald Trump's 2025 agenda, you will see he intends to cut Social Security, Medicare, give tax breaks to billionaires, and end the Affordable Care Act and more. Okay. So this is what she's saying. I see somebody in the comments said the Supreme Court's ruling states that abortion is not protected under the Constitution. Rather, it is considered a state issue. Therefore, the bans on abortion have happened at the state level. As a result of the decision, the states abandoned abortion, not the Supreme Court. I don't really like that because it's like, again, you're still not paying attention to how they lined things up so that the states can have control. And based on the states having control of that, it's resulting to people being arrested, charged, or whatever. Like, they're making it even more worse for people to make a decision on what it is they want to, you know, the choice that they want to have on their body. And regardless of whether the state banned it or the Supreme Court, whoever, girl, like the thing we trying to get across to y'all is that nobody should be making that decision but us, high key, because it belongs to us. You have these old white folks, these white men who don't live in that don't live in women's bodies at the higher level. Then you got the same motherfuckers at the state level. Like, hello? That comment was stupid. It looked like Claudia Jordan responded. She says, not so fast. The Supreme Court lifted the protections, clearing the way for the trash states to ban in. Let's call it what it is, okay? So it's been a lot of back and forth on this subject matter, okay? So it's a lot going on, but I also feel like aside from just the, whole, women having control of their bodies and stuff, it's a whole lot more things that also need to be discussed and addressed, and I feel like they will in due time. But did y'all hear that Trump said he will not be having a debate against Kamala? Yeah, I heard that. I was trying to find some articles and stuff on that, but that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They also saying that he over here trying to sue because he was planning on having Joe Biden's name on the ballot, and he wants to fight to keep Joe Biden's name on the ballot and not Kamala's. But he withdrew, baby. He withdrew, my love. Wasn't you over there giving him the third degree about him being old and all this and that? Oh, now people looking at you like you the oldest candidate, which you are, which is so funny. And it's only showing that you're a bit scared. You're a bit scared, and you're in your feelings about this. So he done draft up a legal action to go against the Biden administration, which would include Joe Biden as well as Kamala Harris. He's pissed, okay? And we'll get into that, I'm sure. But let's get into this Laura Loomer lady, because what's going on with you, ma'am? So she comes out and says, did you know that Kamala Harris was once an escort and that she got her career starting by giving blowjobs to successful rich black men? She sucked Willie Brown's penis while he was married, or at least a married man, in exchange for political power. Here she is dating Montel Williams in 2001, who appears to be holding hands with more than one woman at the same time on the red carpet. Now, Montel did come out and clear up the matter and say the young lady that was in that video was my damn daughter. So you might want to back the hell down while you over here trying to create a narrative with your lying ass. And then she gonna post another thing talking about, y'all may not like what I said about Kamala, but it was true. But what you was trying to say about Montel Williams was a lie. So why should we believe that what you're saying about Kamala is true when you were so willingly to put a lie out there about Montel Williams without doing the work? Okay, so okay, girl. But anywho, he came back and he says, and I briefly dated, Kamala and I briefly dated for about 20 years when we were both single. So what? I have a great respect for Senator Harris. I have to wonder if the same stories about her dating history would have been written if she were a male candidate. Listen, I think that is a great question to be asked, because you're focusing on who all she dated, but you're not focusing on all of the women that Trump has assaulted. That's what you're not focusing on. You know, the same way that y'all came out and y'all was on Bill Cosby's neck for the things that he did, in the late 80s, early 90s, or whenever he did it. Yeah, y'all don't seem to be on his neck the same exact way. And it's also funny that y'all have to resort to go back to her sexual history and also try to bring up the fact that her great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, I saw somebody put a post up saying her great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a slave owner, this, that, and the other. And then somebody said, oh, so basically what you're saying is that her great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was raped by the grandfather. So you that's not making sense there. So I'm like, y'all better clock it for what it is, but y'all are having to dig in the archives because you don't have a whole lot, and the stuff that y'all have been trying to put out there from present day has been actually debunked and proven to not be actual factual. So I don't know, girl, but it seemed like that lady got y'all a little scared. Y'all still can vote for who y'all want to at the end of the day. It's gonna be y'all decision, but it seemed like she got people spooked. So the woman goes on to say, it's time for Republicans to start talking about Kamala Harris's sexual history. You can't talk about hers if you're not going to talk about the person that you're supporting. And the reason why she likely doesn't have any children of her own, it's the term likely for me, and this is where I feel like you giving slander just a bit. Now, if that lady turn around and she sues her, it's like Trump is trying to sue to keep Biden's name on the ballot. We don't want to hear nothing. You don't know why that lady does not have any children. It could be a choice that she didn't want any. She could have had trouble having them. She could have had multiple miscarriages that had nothing to do with us, and it's none of our fucking business. But for you to come out and put this out because you're searching for something and it's giving desperate, so much so that you would put this out here about her, that's weird in my personal. She says, I'm willing to bet she's had and this is the thing, I'm willing to bet she's had so many abortions that she damaged her uterus. Do you hear yourself? Putting out, this is a part of the misinformation. This is a part of the misinformation because somebody's going to take that and they're going to run with that. She says a woman who has no biological children of her own should not be allowed to make decisions in the White House for your children. And this is all. And then the gag was people did research on Laura, and Laura ain't got no kids either. You ain't got none either. And why shouldn't a woman that's being a mother and a parent to other stepchildren not have a say just a bit? I feel like her opinion as a biological woman would be way better, than a fucking white man. An old one at that, who likely is still living in decades time ago versus today. Okay? This was clownery, okay? Somebody said, the guy says, this is all Laura Loomer has on Kamala Harris. MAGA is literally freaking the hell out. All right. The other person said, what did he say? I hope Kamala Harris is aware of this and has her lawyers take the appropriate actions. Laura Loomer is a disgusting train wreck that needs to be stopped. Okay. So that's part of what was being said. All right. Now, here is where I feel Miss Candace Owens comes in, and she assists in this type of commentary around this woman and her sex life and things like that. And then, of course, they're going to take it to heart because that's that one black person that's saying it, because that black person said it. It must be true. Same way y'all be feeling like, oh, I have a black friend or two, so I'm not racist. It's giving the same energy. But let's see what Miss Girl has to say.
So they understand that it will look really bad if they do not lean in to saying that they really do want Kamala. But even that feels a bit performative to me. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm starting to see articles creep out and they seem like attacks on Kamala. Again, if we can go into our time machine and go back to 2020, well, every time that someone tried to interject the truth about Kamala, which is that she slept her way to the top, it's a fact. She was with some 6-year-old man, got her start in the political career, and they would go, oh my gosh, how dare you say this? That's so sexist. Well, then suddenly on July 6th, the Daily Mail actually published a headline about the fact that Kamala Harris was, thoughting through life. And they basically said she got her political start, her political upstart, because she was dating this guy, Willie, can't think of his last name right now. And he was married and he was in his 60s, and Kamala Harris was just a spring chicken. And that is how she entered the political scene. So she was not somebody who was a part of their ecosystem, but they tapped her in 2020 because they were like, oh, like the thing that we always say is that look at the Republican Party, it's so white and there's no diversity. And how are we going to be able to say that if we're running Joe Biden, who has been extraordinarily wealthy his entire life and whose son is becoming extraordinarily wealthy while smoking crack simply because he's doing dirty deals in Ukraine? So what are we going to do? We're going to hire Kamala Harris. We're going to select Kamala Harris to be the vice president. And he's the only person I can think of. And then
the gag for me is y'all saying she slept her way to the top, but y'all only mentioning one person. Are you okay? And Montel Williams has nothing to do with the political scene. So are y'all okay? Willie Brown, this your claim to fame. So you're going to disregard the fact that this is an educated woman that also went to a HBCU and can act, like, it's just so funny. It's so funny how y'all is trying to it is giving shook. It is giving shook. Y'all ain't got nothing else. Y'all talking about that one moment in her life. If that is true, no, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, because what does that have to do with her making her way all the way up to VP? So did Willie Brown help her get all the way up there too? Or are y'all gonna try and find others that she fucked her way to the top on? As if her credentials wasn't enough to elevate her to where she need to be anyway. And then the gag for me be, y'all be acting like these men don't be out here fucking their way to the top, whether it's with a woman or with another man. Hello? Are you okay? Are you okay? So what exactly was Trump doing to make his way to the top? Can we dig up Jeffrey and ask?
Can sell. I know that when she was sworn into Congress, she was talking about how she's an Indian, but we'll just sell the people, like, forget the Indian side, like now she's back to black. And the streets are talking, ha, 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 ha. And that's what they did. So that is the only reason that Kamala Harris, they literally did not have another person that they felt could be the vice president and allow them to use the isms. You don't like her, you're a sexist. You don't think that she's amazing, you're a misogynist, deep-seated misogyny. You don't want this ticket to win. Is it because Kamala Harris is black? Kinda. I feel like it is. It's because you're a racist. So they just needed her to do the thing.
I don't agree with that at all. They just needed her to do the thing. Y'all are doing the thing enough for people to call it out for what the fuck it is. What are you saying? Yikes. So Amanda Seales did come out and had some things to say. It seems like she's not too sure, and she herself is not in trust of Kamala Harris. Okay. So Reese Colbert, who also has like her own podcast, and she gives breakdowns and, different facts and stuff about politics, and she's been doing it for a minute. She decided to come in and also share her thoughts about it. Okay. I got this from Too Raw Too Real. We got into his content on yesterday. He says Amanda Seales needs to pump the brakes because, again, she's speaking on things that she knows nothing about. Vice President Kamala Harris has addressed and denounced systemic racism and what key factor it plays in society today. So let's go ahead and check out what Reese had to say.
So I see a clip is going viral where Amanda Seales is talking about her lack of support for Vice President Kamala Harris. And be clear,
I don't care if she supports her or not. She's entitled to do that. She's entitled to her opinion. However, I have to push back on any notion that Vice President Kamala Harris erases or marginalizes systemic racism, especially as vice president, when there is ample evidence to the contrary. So I'm just going to lay out where Amanda makes points about things that need to be addressed and where Vice President Kamala Harris stands on that.
We have shooters that are going into places and killing people because of their race. And then we're not calling it domestic terrorism.
What we know from the intelligence community, one of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists.
We have an entire culture of police that are killing black people and getting away with it because the law says they can.
I was, as a senator, as a United States Senator, a co-author of the original George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. And as Vice President of the United States, we demand that Congress pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Joe Biden will sign it. And we should not delay, and we will not be denied. It is non-negotiable.
We have a country that was 1,000% built on the foundation of racism that now legislators are trying to pretend didn't happen and are getting that through and doing it on an education level.
Black history is American history. Living history, breathing history, history that we create every day, and history that we then must teach and celebrate. A history that helps us to understand how the past has influenced the present and potentially our future. And let us all be clear, we will not as a nation build a better future for America by trying to erase America's past.
And on a DEI level, you cannot, as the second in line to the highest form of office in this country, make a message on hope.
And so these are issues that we must confront, and it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that.
So, what have we learned? If you care about what the vice president has to say about certain issues, maybe you should start paying attention to her when she speaks instead of taking a headline and running with it. But more on this Saturday. My show, The Reese Colbert Show, Sirius XM Urban View Channel 126, 3 to 4 p.m. Tune in.
All right, so y'all just heard what Reese had to say, and you guys can continue to share your thoughts, honey. Down below, she got into some things, providing receipts. I think that's about to be the new thing people finna be doing to debunk folks. All right, so let's go ahead and hop over into something else. Girl, hold on, before we do that, is this like a preview to a movie or something? Oh, girl, I thought it was Journey Smollett for a second. I'm like, girl, what's going on? But anywho, here's the thing. I want to get into this because they're saying the GOP threatened to sue over November ballot if Biden drops out. Okay, they said even before President Biden withdrew from the 2024 presidential race, allies from Trump floated the possibility of suing to block Democrats from having anyone other than Biden on the ballot in November. This must be when they kind of got word that, listen, it's going to be Kamala. All right, they said even before President Joe Biden's long speculated withdrawal from the 2024 race, okay, they was already planning on blocking this. They said election administration and legal experts said the timing of Biden's exit on Sunday makes it unlikely that any Republican ballot access challenges will succeed, with some calling the idea ridiculous and frivolous. Democrats are on safe legal ground as they identify a new standard barrier. They say because the party hasn't officially chosen its nominee, that typically occurs with a vote of delegates at the party's convention, which is supposed to be next month, I believe, in the middle of the month, August. They said it's ridiculous for people to talk about replacing Biden. He hasn't been nominated yet. Richard Winger, a leading expert on the state ballot access laws. He says, and the longtime editor of the Ballot Access News, they said talk of possible Republican legal challenges has been swirling since Democrats began discussing privately and publicly whether or not Biden should have dropped out of the race. And in June, a conservative Washington-based think tank laid out what it described as the contentious path ahead if Biden did not seek re-election. All right. They said there is the potential for pre-election litigation in some states that would make the process difficult and perhaps unsuccessful. All right. They go on to say, and this is Mike Howell, executive director of the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project, Howe identified 3 battleground states, Georgia, Nevada, and Wisconsin, as possible places where a pre-election litigation could be filed to try to block a presidential candidate from withdrawing. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Tiku. I hope I said that right for the super chat. Love your content. Are you okay? Is perfectly questioned and stated. Keep being great. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. So they go on to say the Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson also raised the specter of legal challenges on Sunday morning, hours before Biden's announcement. They said, I think they have got legal hurdles in some of these states, and it'll be litigated. I would expect on the ground there, and they will have to sort through all of that. All right. They said, but several experts disagree. They said it's a pretty frivolous claim. The filing deadlines haven't passed yet, and the Democrats haven't nominated anybody yet, technically. Okay, so this is part of what they're saying. But give me 1 second here. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see. Okay, let's hop over here real quick to USA Today. All right, so they're saying now Trump wants Biden, ? Republicans threaten to sue to keep Harris off the ballot. All right. And this came out yesterday. A whole new election of president launched on Sunday, and America's 2 major political parties immediately zeroed in on fresh priorities. OK, they're saying the Democrats are prepping what will appear to be a cordial and collegial contest for the party's nomination before officially declaring Vice President Kamala Harris as President Joe Biden's replacement. OK, they said the Republicans are threatening to rush to courts to ask judges in what would be predictably anti-Democrat filings to prevent voters from supporting any candidate for president not named Donald Trump in November. Now, the order of things has been upended with Biden's announcement. Okay, they said that would no longer seek his party's nomination. The Democratic Party's spasm of angst about the 81-year-old president's ability to handle the rigor of campaigning have been swiftly replaced with an enthusiastic kumbaya, which is the Kamala Harris. All right, they said the Republican Party was also hammering Biden about his age for months, okay, which is interesting. Y'all was going in on that man about his age, and then now he also took all of that into consideration and decided to, drop out of the race. It was something else I was going to say about that. Oh, I thought it was real interesting for people to say that, if you are not qualified to stay in the race, then you also shouldn't be qualified to stay as president, and we want you to resign. And I feel like this, Biden, they tricked you out of one spot. Don't let them trick you out of another spot. In my personal, y'all was able to finesse the director of Secret Service that way, but I don't think Biden should do that because, one, I feel like I feel like it's okay to say that I don't think that I'm going to be good in addition to, like, I'm already running this. I'm going to finish this out. I got a few more months as president. So I'm going to stay in that role, but I won't be able to be president in addition to campaigning for a new re-election. I'm just going to take my time and take a step down. But if that's the case, why y'all didn't say that about, Mitch McConnell? Because Mitch McConnell damn sure was over there freezing the fuck up, about to tip the hell over, can't say nothing, can't get his words out. They had to grab him from the podium and sit him down. Okay? couldn't get, he could barely even say, like, granted, Joe was up there maybe rumbling and mumbling, but Mitch couldn't even get it out. Mitch was like he couldn't even get his words out. And Mitch gave a letter, baby, and said that he is planning on leaving his position, but after he fulfills his damn term. Now, Mitch is the first one that could go, if you could ask me. I don't even think I've been seeing Mitch in the news for the longest since he said that. So, but he's the first one that can go. Didn't he say that in like February or earlier this year? Why y'all ain't call for him to go ahead and sit his ass down? But then now y'all want to sit over here and be like, Biden, if you can't do this, then you can't do that. Well, then y'all need to tell that same thing to Mitch. How about all the old ass motherfuckers? Everybody in there older than 65 have a seat. Okay? You heard what we said. Everybody in there 65 and up, sit down. Sit this one out and pass the baton, please, and immediately too. Okay? If that is the case. So I won't let them treat me. Y'all don't treat me out of one spot, baby. I'ma sit in this one, bookie butt. Because if I fuck around and I let her step in as president because I step down, it's going to be worse for you niggas. So you really should think about whether this is what you want. Because see, you wanted me to sit my ass down, and when I did, what happened? I gave her the position, and then now everybody is going crazy, rallying around this woman and donating to her, and now y'all shook. And now y'all deep diving for information that you don't have really a lot to stand on. So y'all got to dive into her sexual past or whatever. That's a gag for me, but you got a man that's a felon for his sexual crimes or whatever. And y'all still over there endorsing him, but you got the audacity to dig in what she got going on over there. She ain't been convicted of being a slut or whore or whatever she got going on. But your man's is. But you out here advocating. But I'm going to let y'all vote and do and go up for who y'all want to go up. I just going to clock whatever I see. Okay? So that's just real funny to me that y'all out here moving like that. Okay? And like I said, if the man steps down and lets her take over, then it may be worse for y'all if they see that she's doing a good job in that role as they head to the polls. So you sure that's what you want? Because what you wanted the last time really ain't what you want, which is why y'all trying to come to the front and try and sue now to keep that name on the ballot. Bookie butt. What's going on? So be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. But anywho, honey, let's keep going, child. What else is they over here saying? Is there anything else? Republicans seem ready to challenge Harris taking over. The Republicans, by contrast, are scrambling to redirect rhetoric attacks at Harris and threatening to file toothless lawsuits not meant to be taken seriously by courts, but instead meant as messaging for an aggrieved base of voters, always willing to see fair plays as foul behavior. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who would never let principles impede his partisan politics, said on Sunday that it would be somehow unlawful and a source of legal trouble for the Democrats to swap candidates on and off the ticket. Johnson and lawyer offered no legal rationale for this. That's because he doesn't have one. And I'm just reading what the people is saying, my love. Okay, so they said this is, of course, the same Mike Johnson who rallied against attempts by some states earlier this year to keep Trump off the ballot by employing a post-Civil War constitutional provision barring insurrectionists for office. Is that you? Come on, baby, because y'all be eating when y'all be like, this you? This you? This you felt one way earlier this year. Now you switching it up and feeling another way later. Girl, it's giving JD Vance. How are you? Okay. Now they're saying in March, the Supreme Court rejected the state's attempts. Girl, that's a kiki and a damn cackle. You put that forth and they rejected you and still had the man on the ballot. Yikes. Now, after the ruling, Johnson denounced the effort as a purely partisan attack, accused the states of undemocratic behaviors, and said they should leave it to the American people to decide who the president will be. Now we should leave it to the American people. Am I reading this wrong? Okay. Am I reading this wrong? Now we should leave it to the American people. The speaker's raging case of hypocrisy can't come as a surprise. He was all in on election denialism in 2020 and the attempt to disenfranchise millions of voters, Democrats, Republicans, independents, and others, because Trump couldn't accept that he had lost. The many Republican legal maneuvers all crashed and burned in courts. Ain't that something? I just wanted to really read that part, honey. I just wanted to get into a few things, but that is where we are. The people are a bit shook. They are a bit shook. Yeah, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm appreciating the shookness of it all in this moment. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, these next few months are going to be hella interesting. And they saying Trump is not going to be debating her. Let me see. Girl, they said Trump said to hell with that bitch. I'm gonna get this off the thing. Okay, so now that's changed. At first, okay, so NBC News is reporting something else, okay? Let's see, okay. So we have different things. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so we was hearing that he was not down to debate her at all, and now NBC News is reporting something completely different. Looks like he is, okay? They said Trump says he would absolutely debate Harris, but he's not thrilled with ABC. That's what it is. So he doesn't want it on ABC. And so Trump and President Joe Biden had agreed to 2 debates, one in June on CNN and the other in September on ABC. Trump has suggested that Fox News host the debate instead. Baby, that is a gag and that is funny. He could potentially get his way. I don't know. But we all know how Fox is. We all know how Fox is, okay? So it's just funny, you know. I think he feels like he wants it on Fox because it's going to make him look in the better light, possibly. I don't know what it's going to give. But that's going to be interesting to see. Okay, he says, I agreed to debate with Joe Biden, but I want to debate her, and she'll be no different because they have the same policies. Okay, I will be willing to do more than one debate, actually. So, okay, so Trump says he's down for more than one debate with her. We shall see if she's going to give him more than one debate. He says, I'm not thrilled with ABC. I guess they committed, but I have at least equal say. I don't like the idea of ABC. So he does not want it over there. That's going to be interesting. So we'll see. There's going to be another debate, and we're going to see exactly how she's going to handle this and what's really given, child. Is there anything else they're saying? She's the same as Biden, but much more radical. She's a radical left person, and this country doesn't want a radical left person to destroy it. This is what he said now. Child, it's going to be an interesting debate. He says, I would do the same pick. He's doing very well. Trump said of Vance. Okay, so that's what it is. But that's interesting that he said that he'll do the same pick. I also read a headline, but I need to get into the article because the headline over on, I think it was Radar Online, they were saying that Trump was actually having second thoughts on it being on JD Vance. Okay, but I don't know, when did that article come out? Okay, so this article came out yesterday evening when Trump said that he feels like Vance is doing a great job. But let's see. Radar Online is trying to say that he's second guessing. They said, Donald Trump getting cold feet. That's what he's saying. He's already second guessing the vice presidential pick. So let me see if I can click on that to see what kind of facts they're trying to provide to this situation here. And maybe they lying. We'll have to see, okay? Trump second-guessing J.D. Vance campaign. Chaos after basing VP pick on cockiness, all right? I just want to skip down to the meat of it, okay? Where is it? Is there any meat of it? Until this week, Trump's campaign had been laser-focused on hammering Biden's weaknesses. They said it seemed to be working, and the GOP got confident, maybe too confident. That confidence emboldened them to choose Vance, a selection that campaign officials acknowledged was intended to shore up support from the party, okay, diehards, and not appeal to undecided voters, okay. Most striking thing I heard from Trump allies yesterday was the second guessing of JD Vance. This is coming from the Atlantic writer Tim Alberta. A selection they acknowledged that was born of cockiness, meant to run up margins with the base in a blowout rather than persuade swing voters in a nail biter. Okay. So that is what they're reporting. Trump was betting on his ability to beat Biden, and despite the increasing calls from high-profile Democrats for Biden to step aside in the wake of the debate, GOP strategists didn't think he would actually do it. But on Sunday, the president did the unthinkable by announcing that he was dropping out of the race and endorsing Kamala Harris. Although she's not yet the party's official nominee, support has quickly solidified behind her. The momentum shifted, with Democrats suddenly pulling in a $50 million avalanche of donations, while Republicans were left scrambling to rethink their approach, child. Trump himself was filming over Biden's departure. He took to Truth Social to cry fraud, writing, "So we are forced to spend time and money fighting crooked Joe Biden. He posed badly after a terrible debate and quits the race. Now we have to start all over again. Shouldn't the Republican Party be reimbursed for fraud? Get the hell out of here." When did that debate take place? A few weeks ago. Even after that debate, that man stood firm and said that he was not going to drop out of the race. Okay, I believe after President Obama was like, "Oh, I think you might, for the greater good of the people, step aside," or whatever. I think that's when he started to heavily, like, really think about, okay, maybe I do need to sit my head down. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's when he came into play. But don't make it seem like he had a terrible it was because of the debate that he had, because Obama came out and supported him. It was like, everybody has bad, debates. Even I had them, but it's like, it wasn't bad because of the things he was saying, like, was bad. It was bad because the conversation started to shift. He was struggling to get his words out. He was slurring. It just didn't look good. Right. And then as the weeks progressed, more people was like, you need to step down. You need to step down. But don't make it seem like it was just all about him debating you, but y'all was throwing all of this at his throwing all of this weakness or whatever. You're weak, you're not good, you're not qualified. Y'all was throwing all of this at his feet. So then when he succumbs to what y'all saying, he's like, okay, right. You're right. I am, girl. Let me step down. Y'all right. Now he put somebody else up more qualified. Y'all shook it. This a mess, ain't it? This is a mess, okay? So now they're going to have to figure their game plan out when it comes to Harris, so that they can try and win this presidential election at the end of the year. And we're just going to have to see how it's going to play out. Thank you, Jay Stokes, for becoming a member. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. The donors were not donating, and it made no sense for Joe. Yeah, it really didn't make no damn sense. Like, you over here putting all this wear and tear and stress on yourself. Just go ahead and step aside. Let somebody else, get somebody else to do it. And that's what he did. He got somebody else to do it. And then now y'all is over here, don't know how to act. And now you want to try and get your money back. As long as that money finna go back to them donors that gave that money, bookie butt, what you gonna do about that? Child, this is a mess, honey. But I just wanted to come to the front and give you guys some content this morning. I thank you guys so much for being here with me. You could have been anywhere. You chose to be here with me. Thank you guys so much for coming in, liking the video, engaging. Shout out to the people that's going to be watching after the fact. I do appreciate it. And yeah, that's all that I got. Continue the conversation down below. I am JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me over on Instagram, over on the Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.